Beloved child, open your spirit wide, for I come to you not with whispers but with fire in my voice. This is Archangel Michael, and today my words are heavy. My message is urgent. My heart is burning. I do not speak of strangers. I do not speak of enemies outside your walls. I speak of someone close, someone bound to you by blood or by the ties of family. Heaven says, they smiled in your face, but behind your back, they betrayed you. Betrayal from a stranger can wound, but betrayal from family pierces to the core of the soul. The hands that once embraced you are the very hands that have worked against you. The voice that once blessed you in public has cursed you in private. The smile that seemed warm has concealed envy, anger, jealousy, and deceit. And heaven cannot allow you to walk blind any longer. This message comes to rip off the mask and to prepare your heart for truth. Beloved, you know this already in your spirit. You have felt it though you could not explain it. You noticed words that did not add up, promises that fell flat, actions that contradicted affection. You saw the glimmer in their eye when you succeeded. Was it truly joy, or was it hidden envy? You felt the chill when they embraced you. Was it truly warmth, or was it the coldness of pretense? You brushed it aside, you told yourself, I am imagining it. But the Spirit says, you were not imagining, you were discerning. I see a vision of a feast table. It is long and filled with food. Laughter echoes, smiles flash, cups clink. Yet beneath the table, hidden from the eyes of the gathering, one hand clutches a knife. The betrayer joins in the laughter, but their heart is not with you. They are in the circle, but not in the covenant. They wear the face of family, but they carry the heart of betrayal. This spirit of betrayal is ancient. It is the spirit of Cain, who could not rejoice when his brother Abel was favored. It is the spirit of Joseph's brothers, who plotted even as they smiled, selling their own blood into slavery. It is the spirit of Judas, who kissed the very face of Christ while delivering him to death. Betrayal is never far from the language of family. It disguises itself as closeness, so the wound will cut deeper. Beloved, betrayal in the house is the hardest wound, but it is also the clearest prophecy. For when betrayal rises, it is because destiny is near. Joseph's betrayal led to his palace. Christ's betrayal led to his resurrection. Your betrayal, though painful, will be the bridge into your calling. But you must not ignore the warning. Heaven reveals this not to terrify you, but to prepare you, so that when the mask falls, you will not collapse in shock, but stand strong in truth. Do not allow sentiment to blind you. Do not let the false smile silence your spirit. Heaven has shown you again and again, through unease, through subtle signs, through dreams. Now heaven confirms, yes, it is true. Yes, it is real. Yes, I am exposing it. And when I expose, says the Lord, no lie can stand, no mask can remain, no shadow can hide. Beloved child, guard your heart. Share your secrets carefully. Speak your dreams with wisdom. Do not pour the treasures of your destiny into the hands of one who cannot celebrate them. Their smile may hide the knife, but heaven's voice exposes it. This is mercy. This is protection. This is love. I see another vision. A snake coiled in a corner of a family home, silent, still, waiting. The family sits together, unaware, but the snake waits for the moment of weakness. Yet suddenly a light bursts into the room, and the snake writhes, exposed, unable to strike. That light is this message. It is shining into your house. It is uncovering what has been hidden. It is making plain what you could not see. Do not fear the snake. Fear blindness. For sight is your salvation. Beloved, remember this. Betrayal may wound, but it cannot destroy you. The betrayer thinks they are clever, but heaven is wiser. The betrayer thinks their plot is hidden, but heaven has revealed it. The betrayer thinks they can cut you down, but heaven will raise you higher. You are not at their mercy, they are at heaven's mercy. This is the first sound of the trumpet. Someone in your family has smiled in your face but betrayed you. This is the warning of betrayal. This is the prophecy revealed. And this is the mercy of God. You have been told before the mask falls. Beloved child, betrayal within family is a storm that shakes the very walls of the heart. Strangers may oppose you, and you will brush it off. Enemies may rise against you, and you will prepare for battle. But when family smiles while secretly plotting, the wound cuts deeper than steel. Heaven speaks now to heal that wound before it breaks you, to warn you before the knife strikes, to cover you before the mask falls. Understand this. Betrayal rarely begins with open attack. It begins in silence, in secret jealousy, in whispered thoughts. It begins with envy when you are blessed. It begins with resentment when you succeed. It begins with comparison when you shine brighter. Slowly, that envy grows roots, and soon the one who once cheered your victories begins to plot against you. Their words remain kind, their face remains bright, but their heart is shifting. And heaven says, "Do not be fooled by the face. Look at the spirit." I see in the spirit a garden of roses. Beautiful blooms sway in the wind, but hidden among them is a thorn bush, sharp and poisonous. From afar, it all looks the same, roses and thorns alike. But the closer you get, the clearer the danger becomes. Your betrayer is like that thorn. They hide among the roses, but when touched, they pierce, they wound, they draw blood. Heaven is pulling you close so you can see the difference. Beloved, this betrayal has already left marks on you. Think of the times you confided in them, and later your words were twisted. Think of the dreams you shared, and somehow they leaked to others. Think of the comfort they offered, yet you walked away feeling smaller instead of stronger. These are not coincidences. These are traces of betrayal. The Spirit has been showing you for a long time. Today, heaven confirms it openly. They smiled in your face, but betrayed you. Do not let guilt silence you. Betrayal is not your fault. It is not because you trusted too much. It is because they honored too little. Love is never wrong. Betrayal is. Trust is never weakness. Deception is. Do not blame yourself for their corruption. Instead, thank heaven for revealing the truth before the knife could go deeper. Beloved, I must warn you. If you ignore this word, the wound will cut deeper. If you brush it aside, the knife will strike harder. If you defend the mask will wound you. But if you believe, if you prepare, if you guard your heart, the betrayal will not destroy you. Heaven's exposure is protection. I see another vision. Joseph walking with his brothers, their smiles hide their envy. They speak kindly, but their hearts are plotting. Soon they throw him into a pit, selling him into slavery. Yet even there, heaven was with Joseph. Even betrayal was turned into a bridge to destiny. Beloved, do not fear this exposure. Heaven will use it for your good. The palace is waiting beyond the pit. The betrayal will not be hidden much longer. Heaven says the mask is slipping, the truth will break out, the hidden heart will be exposed. When it happens, remember this prophecy. Do not cling to denial. Do not run back into blindness. Stand firm in the light. Beloved child, the warning has been sounded. Someone in your family smiled in your face but betrayed you. This is not rumor. This is not suspicion. This is revelation. Heaven is defending you. Heaven is protecting you. Heaven is saving you. Do not fear betrayal, fear ignoring prophecy. Do not fear exposure, fear blindness. For sight is your weapon, and truth is your shield. Heaven has spoken. The warning is clear. The betrayal is revealed. Now prepare your heart, guard your spirit, and trust the God who exposes in order to protect. Beloved child, betrayal rarely comes dressed in hatred. It rarely announces itself with anger or open attack. No, betrayal is subtle. Betrayal is quiet. Betrayal is wrapped in smiles. And that is what makes it so painful. For a stranger's hatred may bruise, But a family member's false smile pierces like a dagger to the soul. Heaven says, "The betrayer in your family wears a mask of joy, but beneath it lies envy. They show affection in public, but in private their words are sharp. They congratulate you with their lips, but in their heart they resent you. Do not be deceived by the smile. The knife is hidden behind it. I see in the spirit a vision of a banquet. Everyone is laughing, their faces glowing with cheer. But one person's laughter is hollow, their smile stretched too wide, their eyes glimmering not with joy, but with malice. As the cups are raised in toast, their hand tightens around the hilt of a hidden dagger. This, beloved, is the image of the betrayer heaven warns you about. They sit at your table, they eat your bread, they drink your cup, and yet they plot your downfall. The smile of betrayal is strategic. It lulls you into safety. It makes you drop your guard. It makes you believe that the one who stands beside you cannot possibly be against you. But the Spirit says, "Do not judge by smiles. Discern by spirits. Do not be fooled by words. Test the heart." Beloved, you have already sensed the dissonance. You noticed the encouragement that felt shallow. You saw the clapping that came too late. You felt the embrace that chilled instead of warming. You doubted yourself, thinking, "It must be in my head." But heaven says no. The smile you saw was not the smile of love. It was the mask of betrayal. The most dangerous enemies are not those who stand far off with weapons raised. The most dangerous are those who stand close with hands extended. Judas did not strike Christ with a spear from a distance. He kissed him. Cain did not strike Abel while glaring with hatred. He spoke to him like a brother and led him into the field. Joseph's brothers did not throw him into the pit while mocking openly. They smiled as they walked with him. Beloved, the smile of betrayal is as old as humanity itself. Do not let that smile confuse you. Not everyone who celebrates with you is for you. Not every hand that pats your back is clean. Not every word that praises you is pure. Betrayal uses smiles as its camouflage. But heaven has pulled off the mask, and today the false smile is revealed. Child of destiny, the knife hidden behind the smile is envy. Envy of your blessing, envy of your favor, envy of your calling, envy of your light. Instead of rejoicing in your victories, they resent them. Instead of thanking God for your success, they secretly wish for your fall. They cannot attack openly, for that would expose them. So they smile. They hide. They play the role of family while their heart plots against you. I see a vision of two faces. One is bright, painted with joy. The other, hidden beneath, is twisted with bitterness. They change masks depending on who is watching. When others see them, the bright face shines. But when they are alone, the bitter face takes over. This, beloved, is the betrayer heaven is exposing. The Spirit says, "Do not fear the knife, for I will expose the hand that holds it. Do not fear the smile, for I will tear away the mask. Do not fear the betrayal, for I will turn it into blessing." But you must listen, you must guard your heart, you must not ignore what heaven reveals. Beloved child, the smile of betrayal is not only deceitful, it is calculated. It is meant to keep you blind until the right moment. It is meant to make you doubt your own discernment. It is meant to lull you into lowering your guard, so that the knife, when it comes, cuts deeper. That is why heaven speaks now before the strike, before the wound, so that you will not fall unaware. I see in the Spirit a face, radiant with laughter, lips moving with praise. Yet as soon as you turn away, the smile fades, and their eyes narrow with jealousy. They speak words of kindness to you, but to others they twist your name. They present themselves as your supporter, but secretly they are your accuser. Their smile is their disguise, their mask, their covering. But heaven's fire is ripping away their mask. Beloved, betrayal through smiles is the enemy's oldest weapon. He knows that open hatred would alert you, but hidden envy will catch you unprepared. That is why Judas kissed the Savior. That is why Joseph's brothers wept false tears before their father while selling their brother into slavery. That is why Cain walked beside Abel as though nothing was wrong, even while planning his death. The smile is the dagger's sheath. The warmth is the cloak of coldness. Do not despise your discernment. Do not dismiss the unease you feel in their presence. Discernment is heaven's whisper saying, "Do not be fooled, look deeper. Guard your heart." You prayed for clarity, and this is your clarity. You asked for truth, and this is truth unveiled. Someone in your family has smiled in your face but betrayed you. This is not rumor, not suspicion, but revelation. Beloved, I know the pain of hearing this. You want to believe the best. You want to hope the smile is genuine. You want to cling to family bonds, to trust the hands that raised you, the faces that grew beside you. But heaven warns, do not cling to the mask once it falls. Do not defend the betrayer when I reveal them. Do not excuse deception when I uncover it. The smile was never protection. It was deception. I see another vision, a golden cup filled with water. It shines in the light, beautiful and inviting. But inside, the water is poisoned. From the outside, it looks safe. But those who drink will suffer. The betrayer is like that cup. Their smile is golden, their words inviting, their presence comforting. But within, their intentions are poison. Heaven is saving you by exposing this poison before you drink too deeply. Child of destiny, betrayal is painful, but it is also prophetic. For betrayal always comes before elevation. Joseph was betrayed before he ruled. Christ was betrayed before he rose. You are betrayed because you are chosen. You are envied because you are favored. You are targeted because you are destined. The knife may aim to destroy you, but heaven will turn it into the very tool that ushers you into your calling. So do not despair when the mask falls. Do not collapse when the smile disappears. Do not mourn endlessly when the betrayer is revealed. Heaven says, I remove what is false so I can plant what is true. I tear away the mask so you can see clearly. I expose betrayal so you can walk in safety. Beloved, this is your preparation. Heaven is training your eyes, strengthening your spirit, and warning your heart. Take the warning seriously. Guard your secrets. Watch their fruit, not their face. Listen to heaven, not their flattery. For the one who smiled while plotting will soon be revealed. And when it happens, you will know this prophecy was true. This is the message. The smile that hid the knife will not deceive you any longer. Heaven has uncovered it, and heaven has declared it. Someone in your family has smiled in your face but betrayed you. Their mask is falling, and your protection is rising. Beloved child, betrayal may hide for a season, but no mask lasts forever. Smiles may cover secrets, but the Spirit of truth always exposes what lies beneath. The Lord says, I am about to pull away the veil. I am about to shine my light where shadows have danced. I am about to uncover what was hidden so that you will no longer walk blind. This is the moment of exposure. I see in the Spirit a stage with curtains drawn. Behind the curtain, actors whisper and rehearse, believing the audience cannot see them. They adjust their masks, they prepare their lies, they polish their smiles. But suddenly the curtain is torn open, the lights blaze, and their pretense is revealed. This is what heaven is about to do in your life. The curtain is coming down, the truth will stand exposed. Beloved, you have wondered, am I imagining this? Am I wrong to doubt their smile? Heaven answers you now. You were discerning, and now I will confirm your discernment with exposure. God is not content to let you live in suspicion. He will bring evidence. He will uncover the truth in such a way that no one will be able to deny it. Not you, not them, not those who watch. Exposure may come suddenly through words spoken in haste, through actions they could not hide, through secrets slipping out, or it may come slowly, piece by piece, like a puzzle assembling itself until the picture is clear. However it comes, beloved, know this. Exposure is not cruelty. It is protection. Heaven exposes not to shame you, but to save you. I see another vision, a house filled with shadows, every corner dark, every surface cloaked. But then a great lamp is lit and the shadows flee. Rats that hid in the darkness scatter. Spiders rush back into cracks. The room is revealed for what it truly is. Beloved, your house is about to be lit. The betrayer who hid in shadows will be revealed. The smile that once deceived will be torn away. The hand that held the knife will be exposed. Do not fear exposure. At first, it may shock you. At first, you may feel betrayed beyond measure. But remember, exposure is mercy. Would you rather live blind or see clearly? Would you rather cling to a lie or embrace truth? Heaven says, I expose not to destroy, but to deliver. I reveal not to wound, but to heal. Beloved, when the exposure comes, do not deny it. Do not defend them. Do not cover for the one heaven has uncovered. Too many cling to betrayal because they cannot accept that family could harm them. Too many excuse deception because the truth feels unbearable. But heaven warns, do not protect what I am exposing. Do not defend what I am removing. Do not silence what I am revealing. Exposure is painful, yes, but it is also freeing. The moment truth comes out, the lies lose their power. The moment the mask falls, you no longer need to guess. The moment betrayal is revealed, the wound begins to heal. For light may sting when it first shines, but it always heals what darkness has damaged. This is the promise. The betrayer will be exposed. Their mask will not hold. Their smile will not deceive. Their knife will be revealed. Heaven has declared it, and heaven will do it. Beloved child, when the hand of heaven moves, no shadow can remain hidden. The time of pretense is over. The smile that once blinded you will falter. The mask that once concealed will crack, and the betrayal that once hid will stand exposed in the open. The Spirit says, I will not allow my child to be deceived forever. I will uncover what has been buried. I will bring into daylight what was done in darkness. I see a vision of a scroll being unrolled. On it are written words whispered in secret, plans crafted in hidden places, thoughts buried deep in the heart. As the scroll is unrolled, nothing remains covered. Beloved, this is the work of heaven. The very thoughts of your betrayer, the very words they spoke when they thought no one could hear, the very actions they hid, these will be revealed. Exposure will not be comfortable. It may shake the very ground beneath your feet. To see the face you trusted revealed as false is not easy. To hear the truth from lips that once spoke, love is painful. To watch family become foe is a wound unlike any other. But heaven reminds you, pain is temporary, but deception is deadly. Better to hurt now and heal in truth than to smile in blindness and be destroyed in lies. Beloved, when the exposure comes, others may also be shocked. Some will defend the betrayer. Some will deny what they see. Some will accuse you of exaggeration. But do not doubt what heaven reveals. Stand firm in truth. Let the evidence speak for itself. Let heaven's light be stronger than man's excuses. For what God exposes cannot be hidden again. I see another vision, a fruit basket placed on a table. From the outside, the fruit looks ripe, beautiful, inviting. But when the basket is overturned, rot spills out, worms, decay, foul smell. For too long the basket was admired, but no one looked inside. Exposure is heaven overturning the basket. It may be messy, but it is necessary. Beloved, the fruit of betrayal will be overturned, and its corruption will be plain. Do not let fear hold you back. Fear will whisper, what if the exposure breaks everything? What if it destroys relationships? What if I am left alone? But heaven answers, what is built on lies must break. What is planted in shadows must be uprooted. What is false must be removed so that what is true may grow. You will not be left alone. Heaven will surround you. Angels will defend you. Truth will become your shield. Exposure is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is not the end. It is the beginning. It does not strip you bare. It clothes you with clarity. It does not leave you weak. It makes you strong. For when lies are revealed, you no longer stumble in the dark. When betrayal is exposed, you no longer waste love on what is false. When the knife is revealed, you can finally guard yourself in wisdom. Beloved child, this is the decree. The betrayer will be exposed. The one who smiled in your face while plotting against you will be revealed. Their mask is falling. Their words will be uncovered. Their actions will come to light. This is not imagination. This is not suspicion. This is prophecy. Heaven says, I expose because I love you. I reveal because I defend you. I uncover because I protect you. Do not fear the exposure, fear ignoring it. For the truth that comes is your salvation. Stand ready, beloved. The curtain is tearing, the lamp is burning, the scroll is unrolling, and the betrayer is about to be revealed. When it happens, do not doubt, do not deny, do not defend. Receive the truth and walk in the safety of heaven's light. Beloved child, the words you are hearing are not for entertainment, not for curiosity, not for idle reflection. They are the voice of heaven, the warning of the Spirit, the cry of love wrapped in fire. But now I must speak of the greatest danger, the danger of ignoring. For to ignore what heaven reveals is to invite sorrow that cannot be lifted. Ignoring truth is never neutral. Ignoring is choosing. To close your ears when heaven speaks is to open your life to regret. To turn away from prophecy is to turn toward pain. To dismiss warning is to embrace destruction. Beloved, I do not say this to frighten you without cause. I say it because I have seen it. I have walked through generations. I have witnessed souls given every chance, yet they hardened their hearts, closed their ears, and lived to regret it for eternity. I see a vision of travelers on a road. Ahead of them stands a great sign, "Bridge out." Some slow down, turn aside, and find safety. But others laugh at the sign. They say, "The road looks clear, nothing seems wrong." They ignore the warning and rush forward, only to plunge into the abyss. Beloved, prophecy is that sign. The danger of ignoring is like those travelers who laugh at warnings, only to cry forever when it is too late. Ignoring begins small. One message skipped, one nudge dismissed, one whisper of the Spirit silenced, and the heart grows harder, the ears grow duller, the eyes grow dimmer, until one day the voice of heaven is no longer heard at all. That is the enemy's strategy, not to silence you in one blow, but to harden you little by little, until truth cannot reach you anymore. Beloved, do not underestimate regret. Regret is heavier than chains, sharper than knives, darker than shadows. Regret whispers endlessly, "If only I had listened. If only I had not ignored. If only I had believed." I have seen souls tormented not by what they did, but by what they ignored. Their sorrow is endless because opportunity never returns. What is ignored today cannot always be reclaimed tomorrow. The Spirit says, "Today, if you hear my voice, do not harden your heart." Notice, beloved, it says today, not tomorrow. Later is the language of regret. Tomorrow is the lie of the enemy. Ignoring is the choice that fills tomorrow with tears. That is why heaven cries. That is why I plead. That is why these words echo. Do not ignore. I see another vision, a banquet prepared. The table is filled with food, the seats set with names. One seat is marked with your name. The host calls, "Come eat, everything is ready." Yet some walk past, distracted, busy, uninterested. Their seat remains empty, their plate untouched. Later they hunger, later they thirst, later they cry, "If only I had taken my place." Beloved, ignoring is walking past the feast prepared for you. Do not think you are immune. Do not say, "I would never ignore God." Ignoring is not always loud rebellion. Sometimes it is simply delay. Sometimes it is saying later. Sometimes it is choosing distraction over devotion, noise over truth, comfort over conviction. Heaven warns. Ignoring looks harmless in the moment, but it plants sorrow that will bloom tomorrow. Beloved, understand this clearly. Ignoring betrayal does not make it vanish. Ignoring exposure does not undo it. Ignoring prophecy does not silence heaven. It only blinds you, weakens you, and leaves you vulnerable to wounds that could have been avoided. The danger of ignoring is not that God will stop loving you. The danger is that you will walk outside the shelter of His protection. This is the cry of heaven. Do not ignore. Do not delay. Do not skip. For the danger of ignoring is regret that will not end. Beloved child, let me take you deeper into the truth. Ignoring is not silence, it is a decision. Every time you turn away from heaven's voice, you are turning toward something else, toward lies, toward shadows, toward regret. To ignore prophecy is to give consent to deception. To dismiss warning is to empower betrayal. That is why I cry. That is why heaven weeps. Because ignoring does not leave you neutral. It pushes you closer to destruction. I see a vision of a clock, its hands racing toward midnight. Each second ticks louder, sharper, more urgent. Yet people glance at the clock and shrug. They say, "It is not late. We still have time." But suddenly the bell tolls, midnight strikes, and the door slams shut. Those who ignored the ticking realize too late what they lost. Beloved, this is the danger of ignoring. The clock is ticking, and heaven is warning. But if you ignore, the moment will pass and cannot be reclaimed. The enemy delights in your delay. He whispers, "Not now, later. This isn't serious. You're overthinking." He does not need you to rebel loudly. He only needs you to ignore quietly. For every ignored word, every dismissed prophecy, every delayed response makes his chain stronger and your discernment weaker. He knows what I know. Ignoring builds regret like a flood. Beloved, ignoring this betrayal will not protect your family. It will destroy your peace. Ignoring the false smile will not preserve harmony. It will invite deeper wounds. Ignoring the exposure will not save face. It will lead to greater shame. Heaven says, face the truth now, or be crushed by the regret later. I see another vision, a traveler walking toward a cliff. Along the path are signs in bold letters. Stop. Danger ahead. Do not continue. Voices shout from behind, turn back. Yet the traveler keeps walking, muttering, it looks safe, I don't see danger, maybe they're exaggerating. Finally, the ground crumbles and the traveler falls. Beloved, this is what ignoring looks like in the spirit. The signs are here. The voices are crying. Heaven is warning. To ignore now is to walk off the cliff of regret. Do not deceive yourself by thinking the betrayer will change if you ignore them. Do not say, if I just keep loving, maybe they will stop. Heaven warns. Love does not cancel lies. Mercy does not excuse deception. Silence does not erase betrayal. What is hidden must be exposed. What is false must be removed. What is ignored will only grow stronger until it breaks you. Beloved, regret is not a visitor you want to host. It does not knock politely, it barges in and stays forever. It fills your nights with what if. It haunts your mornings with if only. It walks beside you, whispering, you had the chance, and you ignored it. I do not want this spirit of regret to follow you. That is why I cry. That is why I beg. That is why heaven repeats, do not ignore. Child of destiny, let this be written in your spirit. Ignoring prophecy is choosing regret. Ignoring warning is choosing sorrow. Ignoring mercy is choosing judgment. The danger is real, but so is the mercy. If you listen, if you believe, if you act, the cycle of regret will be broken. So hear me one last time in this section. Do not ignore this word. Do not skip this prophecy. do not dismiss what heaven has spoken. For the danger of ignoring is endless tears, but the blessing of believing is endless joy. Beloved child, heaven never exposes without purpose. Heaven never uncovers simply to wound you. Exposure is painful, yes, but it carries a blessing greater than the sting. For in every revelation, there is protection, freedom, and restoration. Today, I must speak to you not only of betrayal, but of the blessing hidden in its unveiling. The enemy wants you to fear exposure. He wants you to believe that when truth comes, your world will collapse, your heart will shatter, your family will break beyond repair. But heaven says, exposure may shake, but it does not destroy. Revelation may hurt, but it always heals. What I reveal, I redeem. What I expose, I restore. I see a vision of a wound wrapped tightly in cloth. The cloth hides the injury, but infection grows beneath. It looks covered, but in truth it festers. Then a healer arrives and unwraps it. The wound stings as air and light touch it, but soon medicine is applied. Cleansing begins and healing follows. Beloved, that wound is your family, and the healer is heaven. The unwrapping may sting, but it is the first step toward healing. The blessing of revelation is peace. For too long, your spirit has been restless. You have felt unease around certain faces but could not explain why. You have wrestled with questions in silence. Why do I feel this? Am I imagining it? The revelation will answer you. It will silence the confusion. It will remove the heaviness of doubt. When truth is revealed, you will breathe freely again. The blessing of revelation is freedom. Lies are chains. Secrets are prisons. Smiles that hide knives are cages. But truth breaks them all. The moment betrayal is exposed, the control it had over you is broken. You no longer need to guess, no longer need to wonder, no longer need to live in the tension of maybe. Exposure sets you free, and freedom is blessing. The blessing of revelation is clarity. How many choices have you delayed because you did not know who to trust? How many dreams have you hidden because you feared the wrong ears would hear? How many nights have you lost in confusion, unsure of what was real? Beloved, revelation ends confusion. When heaven unmasks betrayal, your path becomes clear. You will know who is for you and who is against you. You will know where to step and where to guard. Clarity is a gift and revelation delivers it. I see another vision, a room filled with smoke. The smoke clouds every corner, every wall, every door. You stumble, unable to see, coughing, searching for escape. But then a great wind blows through, pushing the smoke away. Suddenly the doors are visible, the room is clear, your breath is free. Beloved, revelation is that wind. It will blow away the smoke of deception and give you sight again. The blessing of revelation is restoration. For betrayal may wound, but exposure begins the process of healing. When truth comes, the wound is acknowledged, the infection cleansed, the pain addressed. And soon, what was broken is rebuilt, what was stolen is returned, what was lost is found. Revelation does not end the story. It starts a better chapter. Beloved, you must not fear revelation. Fear lies instead. Lies enslave. Truth liberates. Deception kills. Exposure heals. The blessing of revelation is greater than the pain of betrayal. That is why heaven speaks now. That is why I, Michael, weep and plead. For though betrayal has struck, revelation is coming, and with it blessing beyond measure. Beloved child, let me press this blessing deeper into your spirit so that you will not shrink back when truth arrives. Revelation is not a curse, it is a gift wrapped in fire. It burns away illusions, yes, but it also illuminates the path forward. It shakes foundations, yes, but only to rebuild them stronger. It pulls away what is false, but only so what is true can remain. The blessing of revelation is strength. For too long, betrayal has drained you. The weight of suspicion, the heaviness of confusion, the pain of mixed signals has weakened your soul. But when heaven exposes the false, you will rise stronger. You will no longer waste energy doubting, no longer pour your heart into the wrong vessels, no longer wrestle with hidden fears. You will stand tall, firm, unshaken, because truth makes you unshakable. The blessing of revelation is justice. For every whisper spoken against you, for every scheme crafted in secret, for every smile that hid a dagger, heaven will bring justice. It may not come as you expect, but it will come. The betrayer will not laugh forever. Their lies will not stand forever. Their masks will not cover them forever. Heaven says, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay, I will balance the scales, I will clear your name." Beloved, revelation is the beginning of justice, and justice is the blessing you have longed for. The blessing of revelation is alignment, for how can you walk fully in your destiny while tied to those who secretly oppose you? How can you rise into your calling while sharing your secrets with those who smile but betray? Revelation will separate what is false from what is true. It will realign your circle, prune your relationships, and position you with those who will strengthen your journey instead of weakening it. Betrayal removes the counterfeit so that destiny can connect you to the genuine. I see a vision, a farmer standing in a vineyard. The vines are thick with leaves, but among them grow weeds, wrapping tightly, stealing life. From a distance, the vineyard looks full, but up close, it is suffocated. The farmer takes a sharp blade and cuts away the weeds. At first it looks violent. At first it looks destructive. But soon the vines breathe again. Fruit grows. Harvest comes. Beloved, revelation is the blade in the vineyard. It cuts away the betrayer so that your destiny can breathe again. The blessing of revelation is new beginnings. For every end that betrayal brings, exposure creates a fresh start. When the false is removed, you will no longer waste your love. When the betrayer is revealed, you will no longer waste your loyalty. When the mask falls, you will no longer waste your energy. Instead, you will step into relationships that are pure, safe, honest, and true. Heaven promises, the end of deception is the beginning of restoration. Beloved, let your heart settle into this. Betrayal may wound, but revelation heals. Betrayal may shake, but revelation steadies. Betrayal may confuse, but revelation clarifies. Betrayal may seem like loss, but revelation always leads to gain. This is the paradox of heaven. What the enemy meant for harm, heaven uses for good. Do not fear the day of exposure, rejoice in it. For the blessing of revelation is near. Heaven has declared it. Heaven has promised it. Heaven will perform it. So hear me one last time in this section. Someone in your family smiled in your face but betrayed you. Their mask will fall, their knife will be revealed, but when it happens, do not fear. For the blessing of revelation will flood your life with peace, freedom, clarity, restoration, strength, justice, alignment, and new beginnings. Beloved child, the time has come to seal this prophecy. You have heard the warning of betrayal. You have seen the smile that hid the knife. You have been told of the exposure. You have been warned of the danger of ignoring. And you have been promised the blessing of revelation. Now the voice of heaven rises to its final note. This is the final declaration. Heaven says, "You will not walk in blindness. You will not remain deceived. The betrayer will be revealed, and my hand will cover you. Do not fear the exposure, do not fear the truth. For the truth is your shield, and the light is your path." Beloved, the betrayer thought they could hide forever. They thought their smile would protect them. Their mask would never slip. Their words would always convince, but the decree of heaven has gone forth. Enough. The time of unveiling has come. Their betrayal will no longer be hidden. Their mask will fall. Their knife will be seen. Their falsehood will crumble. I see a vision of a courtroom in heaven. The judge sits high, his gavel raised. The accuser presents evidence against you, twisting, lying, exaggerating. But then the Spirit of truth rises, speaking plainly, exposing not you but the betrayer. The gavel falls. The verdict is clear. You are vindicated, you are covered, you are shielded. Beloved, this is the final declaration. Heaven has judged in your favor. The final declaration is also this: you are stronger than the betrayal. The enemy tried to convince you that this wound would end you, that the knife in your back would stop your future, that the false smile would silence your destiny. But heaven says the betrayal is not your end, it is your beginning. The pit is not your grave, it is your stepping stone. Joseph was betrayed before he was elevated. Christ was betrayed before he was glorified. You, beloved, are being betrayed because you are chosen, because you are favored, because you are destined. The betrayer's attack is confirmation of your calling. Their envy proves your anointing. Their deception is proof of your destiny. Do not cry as if all is lost. Rejoice that heaven has counted you worthy of destiny so great that even family rose against you. Rejoice that heaven is faithful enough to expose what could have destroyed you. Rejoice that your story is not ending in betrayal, but rising in glory. Beloved, the final declaration is choice. You cannot choose whether betrayal comes, but you can choose how you respond. You cannot control who smiles falsely, but you can decide whether to cling to them or release them. You cannot stop the exposure, but you can decide whether to defend the mask or embrace the truth. Heaven pleads, choose life, choose truth, choose light. Do not cling to betrayal. Do not protect deception. Do not ignore revelation. Choose me and you will live. I see another vision, 2 doors standing side by side. One is painted bright, decorated, inviting, but when opened it reveals only darkness. The other looks plain, narrow, difficult, but when opened it bursts with light. Many choose the decorated door, deceived by its appearance. Few choose the plain door, but they are the ones who find life. Beloved, the betrayer's smile is the decorated door. The final declaration is this: do not enter it. Choose the narrow door of truth, even if it hurts, even if it costs. For in it lies life, blessing, and destiny. This is the final declaration. The betrayer is revealed, but you are protected. Their smile is false, but your destiny is true. Their envy is strong, but heaven's favor is stronger. Their betrayal is bitter, but your future is sweet. Beloved child, the prophecy must now close with fire in my words and mercy in my tears. Heaven is not silent. Heaven has spoken. And heaven seals this message with a decree that cannot be undone. The final declaration is this: you are covered. Though betrayal has risen, though family has turned, though smiles have hidden knives, you are not abandoned. The Almighty has placed His seal on you. Angels surround you. Light covers you. What was meant to break you will lift you higher. What was meant to wound you will become your testimony. What was meant to destroy you will open the door to destiny. I see a vision, you walking through a field of shadows. Figures whisper on either side. Their eyes are cold, their smiles thin. Knives glimmer in the dark. But as you step forward, a wall of fire surrounds you. The knives cannot pierce it. The shadows cannot cross it. The whispers cannot silence you. You walk through untouched, protected, delivered. This, beloved, is your portion. The betrayal may exist, but it cannot overcome the shield of heaven. The final declaration is also vindication. Those who whispered against you will be silenced. Those who twisted your words will be corrected. Those who plotted your downfall will see you rise higher than they imagined. The betrayer thought their lie would win, but truth always prevails. Heaven says, I will clear your name. I will vindicate your spirit. I will exalt you before the eyes of those who scorned you. Beloved, the final declaration is restoration. Betrayal may have stolen your trust, but heaven will restore it with true allies. Betrayal may have wounded your heart, but heaven will restore it with healing love. Betrayal may have shaken your hope, but heaven will restore it with joy unspeakable. Nothing lost will remain lost. Nothing broken will remain broken. Nothing stolen will remain stolen. And finally, beloved, the final declaration is destiny. Your story is not defined by betrayal. Your chapter does not end with a knife in your back. Your family's envy is not stronger than heaven's plan. You are chosen, you are called, you are anointed. This betrayal is only the turning point, the moment when the mask is torn, the lies fall, and the truth sets you free to step into your calling without hindrance. Do not fear what is coming, fear only ignoring it. Do not weep as if all is lost. Rejoice that heaven has revealed. Rejoice that heaven has spoken. Rejoice that heaven has defended you. Beloved child, let this final prophecy burn into your spirit. Someone in your family smiled in your face, but betrayed you. Their mask is falling. Their knife is revealed. Their betrayal is exposed. But you are covered. You are vindicated. You are restored. You are destined. Say it aloud even now. I will not fear betrayal. I will not cling to deception. I will walk in truth. I will trust heaven's revelation. I am chosen. I am protected. I am destined. This is the closing of the prophecy. This is the final declaration. Betrayal has spoken, but heaven has the last word. And the last word is this: you will rise.